guys, welcome back to this place. And if you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen, and today we are delving into the world of Dark for the very first time. Yeah, I am excited and a little bit nervous. I always get nervous to watch a new show because I don't know the characters or like the world, and I have no idea what I'm getting into. And with this show, I especially have no idea what I'm getting into because I know exactly nothing about it. Literally nothing. I know, well, okay, I know it's in German. I know I will be watching in German with the English subtitles, so that's also a little bit nerve-wracking because I am not used to doing it that way, so we'll see how this goes. Other than that, I know only that my mom and Calvin really love this show, and they both said that they think I will love it. So that is my only frame of reference. I don't know what it's about. I don't know the genre. I assume science fiction because my mom usually likes science fiction and I love science fiction. So yeah. Also, it's called Dark. I I have heard that the notes that I take will be very necessary. So I will try to take notes as best I can. I don't want to look away from the TV too much, so we'll see how horrendous my handwriting gets, but hopefully it will be okay enough that I can actually read the notes that I write. Anyway, I'm just rambling because, like I said, starting new shows makes me nervous, and I want you guys to enjoy this. I want to enjoy it. So, yeah. I can't say anything else. I don't know anything else. Let's just get into the show and figure out what Dark is all about. Okay. Here's something we created. June 21st, 2019. This is where we are. Is this past? Is this present? Is this future? Who the fuck knows? I want to make a joke that, like, that's dark, but maybe that's a bit morbid at this moment. Maybe that's why it's called Dark. Okay. Alright, that's his family. What? Okay. It's his son, I assume? He's missing. What's his name? Eric. Winden Caves, 0.6 miles. Okay. Winden Caves is making some weird ass noises.
Warum kein Wort hinterlassen hat. Nichts, was diese ganze Scheiße erklärt.
But there was a note. Wasn't there? Oh, okay. Who is she? Did she take the note? Oh, it says do not open. Okay. 10:13 p.m. November 4th. Glue on the thing? Impressive.
Wie hast du das gemacht?
Papa, die Frage ist nicht wie, die Frage ist wann.
The question is when.
Dass Erik vielleicht aus freien Stücken gegangen ist. Das hat er doch schon öfter gemacht.
Wenn der abgehauen ist, war der immer wieder nach 2 Tagen da. Der hat im Keller geschlafen oder wo auch immer.
Es sind 13
13 days.
13 Tage. Das ist
Who's coming out of the cave? Oh, their son? Was it Magnus? No, he's somewhere else. Someone came out of the cave. Are they friends? Oh. He has a crush, but she's with his friend.
Vielleicht hast was du aufpasst.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Hey,
wie war Frankreich?
It's awkward.
Manchmal will man eben einfach weg.
You cheating on your wife is not the same as this kid literally disappearing into thin air.
Hier sagen sich der Fuchs und der Hase gute Nacht.
Das war aber nicht immer so.
Excuse
Das
me?
hier hat nichts mit meinem Bruder zu tun. Gar nichts.
Oh. Who is your brother?
Ihr Banker sitzt auf eurem Haufen Geld und denkt, ihr könnt die Leute schikanieren.
Oh, they're
Ich habe
denying
mir was
her alone.
aufgebaut, allein, ohne Hilfe. Mein Mann und ich sind seit 20 Jahren Kunden ihrer Bank und da kommen Sie mir so, Sie dummes Arschloch! Ich will Ihren Vorgesetzten sprechen. Hallo? Hallo?
Only one person staying there? There's just one key missing.
Ich habe wieder was im Wald gesehen. Diesmal ganz deutlich.
What was it?
Eine dunkle Gestalt mit einem riesigen Kopf.
Mama.
Du glaubst mir nicht. Es gibt Dinge da draußen, die wir mit unserem kleinen Verstand niemals begreifen werden.
She could be right.
Habe ich im Wald gefunden.
Okay. But I mean, people
Ja,
go in the
Max wurde
forest.
geliebt.
His brother? Did his brother
Die
disappear?
Sache mit diesem verschwundenen Erik. Wie bei deinem Bruder damals. Alles wiederholt sich.
1986.
Alles ist genauso wie vor 33 Jahren.
Okay.
Es wird wieder passieren. Es wird wieder passieren.
Who are you? Okay, there's Eric. Is he being held prisoner?
gehen wir heute Abend zu den Höhlen und gucken einfach mal.
I don't think that's a good idea. I don't know how you would notice that, TBH. Like I thought she was gonna smell it and smell like perfume or something.
Ich glaube, ich habe gerade ein Déjà-vu. Das Licht, der Wald, als ob das alles schon mal passiert ist.
Weird.
Ein Fehler an der Matrix.
Was?
Wenn die Welt eine Simulation ist, dann ist ein Déjà-vu ein Fehler an der Matrix.
Oder eine Botschaft aus dem Jenseits.
Or time is an illusion.
Es geht um unsere Stadt.
Falsch! Es geht hier um ein verschwundenes Kind.
Der ist wahrscheinlich einfach abgehauen. Hast du doch gerade gehört. Vielleicht kümmerst du dich einfach mal um deine eigenen Probleme.
Ma'am, that is not an appropriate time or place to be saying that shit. Oh, okay. What's he doing?
Es
Sir?
wird wieder passieren.
Helge,
Was machst du hier?
Ist es schon zu spät?
Is that the dad? Ulrich's dad? What does it say? Y'all make me wait all this whole episode, and you're not gonna show me what it says? Rude.
Was ist das?
Run. Run. Yeah, run.
Komm.
Run. What does it say? What's happening? I'm scared that, like, that yellow fucking jacket is all that's gonna be left of this kid.
Mikkel?
Like, I worry.
Mikkel!
Wait, where the fuck did Mikkel go? Mikkel, however you say it.
Jonas.
Is that his fucking dad? What is all of that? His brother and his son? Like, that's too fucked up. That's too much. No. Please don't let that be Michael. You guys, I'm sorry. Fucking ignore me. No. I don't want it to be Eric either. Because we already, like, we saw that he was trapped and being kept. Who is it? No. No. You can't see the child. They're covered. It could not be him. It could not be him. I did not see a face. It could not be him. Right?
Das ist nicht Mikkel.
Yeah. Is that his brother?
Das ist nicht Mikkel.
I'm just being nuts. That kid has a cassette. Like a Walkman. The dead child had like a burn over his eyes. So is that what is about to happen to Eric? There is a mystery to the show, and I like that. I might make some crazy guesses throughout this show because I like to theorize. 9 out of 10 times I am way off base, completely wrong, but the one time that I'm right is very exciting. So, the whole show started out saying that time is not linear, it's a circle. And the idea that time is linear is just a mistake. So, I think it's interesting that Eunice's dad's name is Michael and Mikkel is Ulrich's son's name. Could have nothing to do with anything. Also would be weird if it did have to do with anything because apparently Eunice and Marta had something last year. I think her name is Marta. I tried really hard to know everybody's names, so bear with me as lots of names, lots of characters and their connections to each other. So I don't know the therapist guy's name, but also I don't know what is, like, why he's panicking. Like, he called his wife Charlotte, who is the cop lady that works with Ulrich. Let me write that down because I don't think I did. Okay, so he called Charlotte and he was like, can I just say something? And she ignored him completely and was like, all right, bye. Weird. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know why he was panicking. I have no idea who the fuck this old man is. What's his name? Helg? Again, probably wrong. I don't know who he is or why he said it's happening again, or it's going to happen again. And then after it rained, he said it's too late. So I don't know how he knows, how he knew. There was something wrong with his ear, so at first I thought that he was Ulrich's dad because his mom, Ulrich's mom, mentioned his dad, or he mentioned his dad or something. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not supposed to know yet. The show has not told me yet, but I like to try to guess and figure things out. Clearly something happened to him in those woods at some point. The power plant maybe has something to do with it because they have focused on the power plant a few times. They're shutting it down in 2020. It is November 4th, 2019 currently in the show. Maybe it's November 5th now. Yeah, I think it's November 5th now. Let me go back to where we ended. We ended with Eric, right? Eric was getting strapped to the thing. Yeah, okay. Eric was getting strapped to the thing. So I think it's November 5th. They found the body of the boy with the burns on his face, which matches the thing that the kidnapper put on Eric. The boy also had a Walkman, and it looked like, and correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not an expert, but like Air Jordans. It also looked like there was white Air Jordans next to the bed in the scene with Eric when he was laying on the bed in the room. So I don't know if that has to do with it. The music also, to me, gave 80s. Yeah. So, like the little boy, Mike, I think is how you say it. Again, bear with me. Like he said, it's not how, it's when. So my question is, when is that taking place? Since time is not linear, it could be taking place in the 80s. Not sure how. I don't know. Like, how is whoever this is choosing the victims? Because there's obviously a great discrepancy between Eric, who is, it appears, the same age as Eunice and Marta and them, so 16, versus Mikkel, who I believe to be like 9, maybe 10, definitely younger though. So that's obviously a very big discrepancy in ages of possible victims, and usually serial killers or people who do that have more of like a set type of victim. So that's interesting. There's something going on with the cave. It's interesting too that like the power plant is sort of coming into play maybe, and the power flickered with their flashlights. So I don't know if it's related, but they keep looking at the power plant. Obviously that fucking cave has something to do with it. I'm not really sure what, but apparently Eric spent a lot of time at the cave, and then they were at the cave when Mikkel was taken. I don't know if the show is supernatural in nature. I don't know if the Ulrich's mother seeing the creature with the giant head, massive head, whatever it was that she said, has anything to do with it. I don't know if it's going to be a creature. I don't know if it's going to be a person. It kind of looked like a person in the last scene, and then also when we saw a person coming out of the cave or near the cave. That just looked like a person. He also put a penny around Eric's neck. Whoever this person is. So I don't know if that's going to be relevant. I don't know if the other victim had a penny. I don't know if that is supposed to be Mads, Ulrich's brother. I don't know. I also don't know why he said not to open it until 10:13 on November 4th, 2019. Because exactly at 10:13, I think, is also when Mikkel was disappearing. So how could Michael know that when he died on June 21st. A lot of this hinges on what he wrote in the letter that we did not get to see, unfortunately. So that is frustrating. It's also interesting. Let me see. I'm looking at my notes. The question is when. It's been 13 days since Eric went missing. So does that mean that whoever this person is, they have a 14-day cycle? I don't know if that matters. Also, can I just say, it's kind of frustrating that the characters are saying, you know, like, this is a small town, like, nothing happens in, is it Winden? Winden, and, like, obviously he ran away because nothing bad happens here. But then Ulrich also said, like, or it's been a while, so 1986, I assume, with whatever happened to his brother, it was the last time that it happened. Although now it's happened twice in 13 days. So something's escalating, something's happening, something's changing. Could it be that they're going to turn off the power plant? Could that have to do with it? I'm just throwing things out there. I don't know. But also, sorry, my main point was, like, it's always frustrating when people say, like, oh, this is like a small town, like nothing bad happens here, because just because something bad hasn't happened there in a while doesn't mean that bad things aren't capable of happening anywhere at any time. Like, that's just a frustrating way to look at it. If a child has gone missing, a 16-year-old, for 13 days, and it's not in his history to go missing for 13 days, you should treat it much more serious than they were, in my opinion. And, like, while I disagree with the parents spitting on Charlotte, because that is assault and you should not do that, like, I understand where that frustration is coming from for them, because as we, the audience, know, their child is being held somewhere. And even if we didn't, as the audience, know that he was being held somewhere, their child has been gone for 13 days. That does not fit a pattern of behavior that he has exhibited before. Therefore, you should be concerned that their child has been missing for 13 days. Like, I can't imagine. It's yeah. Okay. I'm also very curious about this. I mean, I talked about him a little bit before, but what's his name? Helg? That's probably completely wrong. But he said it's going to happen again, and then it happened again. Like, I need to know more about him. Obviously, I assume the show will tell me more, but I need to know more about him. Also, where was Eunice for 2 months? Because I thought it had to do with his dad dying. I mean, of course, it's been like 5 months since then. But if everybody knows about his dad dying, and, like, he was missing for 2 months, or not missing, but he was gone for 2 months, where was he for those 2 months? Was he, like, I assume maybe in inpatient care with the therapist, because the therapist said that he had done good in group meetings as well. And obviously you can have group therapy outside of inpatient care. But that does, to me, lead credence to the idea that he might have been in inpatient care. Also, why did the grandma take the note that said do not open until 10/13, November 4th? Is it just because she didn't trust that they wouldn't open it until 10/13 on November 4th, 2019? Or does she know something that we don't know? Because she took it and she didn't tell them about it. So Eunice is like, why would my dad do this? Like, he didn't leave a note or anything. But perhaps that note explains why he did it. Also, what was that? His dad with the black goo dripping down his forehead that he saw when he fell after running with Mikhail. Then Mikhail disappeared, and then he heard his dad. And then he looked, and his dad was there with the goo. So what the hell was that also? And again, how did that old man know that it was going to happen again? And then that it did happen again? Something weird is happening to my pens as well. So that is also a mystery that the show has now given me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely very interested in what is happening, when it's happening, how it's happening, and like how everything is connected. I think that I have all of the people for the most part down. There is Hannah, whose son is Eunice, who was married to Michael, and Michael is the guy in the very beginning who, you know. And then the grandma, who is Michael's mom. Then we also have Ulrich, who Hannah is having an affair with, who is married to, oh, what is her name? Okay, I don't think I got her name. He's married to the principal, whose name I don't know yet. And then there's Mikhail, Marta, and Magnus are their kids. And then there's also Regina, I don't think I'm saying that right, who works at the hotel, whose son is, what's his name? Baritz or something like that. Again, I'm working on it, you guys. And then there's also Eric, whose parents, I don't think we learned their names. And then there's Charlotte and the therapist, whose daughter is Franziska, I think. Anyway, I'm very interested in this story and when it's happening, where it's happening, what the fuck is happening, how the power plant maybe has to do with it, how time not being linear but being a circle has to do with it. Yeah, I'm interested. I'm all in. If you guys are all in and want to see the next episode right now over on Patreon, you can, as well as my entire full-length reaction to this episode and all the episodes that are coming up. I mean, I haven't recorded them yet, but at some point they will be there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already, because that really helps me out. And yeah, I hope to see you guys for episode 2, where we delve further into the mystery of this show. Until then, bye guys.